I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8, Episode 2. We starting off where we left it last week with Sheree and Kenya going back and forth. You living in the ditch. You living in this tent outside of your house. You have mold in your house. You never know you're not gonna get finished with your house. But I'll look at it this way: both y'all houses needs to be totally redone. So until one of y'all gets y'all house together, y'all both in the same boat. This is where I'm looking at this. And Kenya, after she didn't cause this big old scene, she decides to leave without so much as a "I'm sorry, Kenya." I'm not Kenya. I'm sorry, Cynthia, that I was acting this way at your event. She just leaves. So then Peter, he has to pull, Cynthia to the side, and he letting her know how Kenya came for him as soon as he came in. He was like, your girl was acting kind of foul. As soon as I come in, I try to give her a hug, and she do one of those, go limping the body to the side, like she didn't want me touching her, talking about what was you doing all up on some women like that. And Cynthia's more on the point of, well, if you wasn't out here, looking very inappropriate with other women, people wouldn't have to talk. And this is why this is my issue. Regardless of anything, Kenya should never came to Peter talking about what he was doing. That is not her husband. That is Cynthia's job to, check him about how he been acting. Kenya shouldn't have been doing that. And regardless, that's your husband. You can be mad at him, but you still be on the point of, Kenya shouldn't have no business coming to my husband like that. That's none of her business. She should have kept, let him know that, you my husband, I'm mad at you, but there's no way in the world that Kenya should have came for you like that. See, this is where I'm coming from. Like, yeah, you mad, but that's still your husband, and should nobody be chastising him or trying to check him? Nobody but you. So we got Kenya going to see Kim Fields, and I guess they friends from way back. And right off the bat, here we go shading her. Because y'all know she played Dorothy Tootie Ramsey on The Facts of Life. And the first season, she was too short for the rest of the girls, so they kept her on roller skates, which is odd because they had her walking up and down stairs. But anyway, she was like, do you still have your roller skates? She's like, no, they probably in the Smithsonian. And here go Kenya, like, more like on eBay. I'm like, is this Kenya's role this season? She's gonna be shading everybody. This is her thing, like to solidify her for if there is a season 9. I'm just gonna be throwing shade left and right as goodie bags to people. And I'm like, really? Because truth be told, Kim Fields, she is an accomplished actress. She was on Facts of Life, a very hit show. Then she playing Tootie. Then she was on Living Single as Regine, and she's done a lot of producing and a lot of directing under her belt. And Kenya, you done did some directing, some producing, and some acting, but she is an accomplished actress. She was on 2 hit shows. You've been in a few movies, little fly-by-night DVD movies, not trying to shade, but you making your money to, hey, go ahead and do that. But you wasn't no hit person like that. And like, we could ask, where's your sash from when you won Miss USA? Where's that at? Y'all, Cynthia is stressed. Like, soon as her little hour thing was done, Peter came home, got him a change of clothes, and left. Like, he just got from North Carolina to come to her hour thing, and he's leaving. Like, she's like having to put on this happy front when things are not going well in her marriage right now. And it looks like Peter and Cynthia are on that. People who get on reality shows and like they start getting big, and then their marriage just goes out the window. But Peter, he is constantly gone in North Carolina. Now the fact that y'all marriage is strained right now, if he wanted to fix the marriage, I think he should be in Atlanta with his wife and not going in North Carolina like 4 or 5 days out of the week. Like, she's having trouble keeping it in, because, like, I got to act like I'm happy and, cheerful all this time, and I'm going through some things. My marriage is in a mess. I had all this financial stuff, and now I see him in videos, doggone caressing women's neck and chest and all that stuff, and, like, she said her breaking point was Peter. Like, she just don't know what to do. So Phaedra and Cynthia sit down, and Phaedra's talking about her strained relationship with Kandi, and she's saying how she knows what Cynthia's going through because she was going through that with Apollo, trying to keep on this happy front, trying to make the outside world think that their relationship is doing well when it's not. And she's like, when she was going through this whole thing with Apollo, she thought her friend Kandi was gonna be there for her when she wasn't. And then she let Cynthia know, Mallory was over there telling and was being there running till that girl was telling all your business, telling how you ain't sexually attracted to Peter no more, and like you don't really like him no more. And yeah, she was giving her that tease. Then we got Kandi over here speaking to Sheree like she didn't even know that her and Phaedra had issues. And then she was even more mad at the fact that Phaedra was confining in Nene with this. Well, she was confining in Nene because Nene was there for her, I guess. Nene was like, okay, girl, I know what you're going through when I was going through my divorce with Greg and how I needed somebody. I didn't, it's like you want somebody, but, how can you just go to somebody? You want somebody to come to you like, hey, girl, how you doing? How you right? But Sheree was like, I didn't even think Nene and Phaedra liked each other like that, which, they didn't for a while. Nene act like she, Phaedra from, person across the country. But, after a while, they became cool and became friends and everything. And Nene was there for Phaedra when she needed her the most. And Kandi's this kind of person. She doesn't take responsibilities of what's going on. It's sad, but it's true. She always, has blinders on the fact that was like what her part on certain things are. But I think she's kind of torn with like Apollo and Todd was basically friends and all that stuff, and she wasn't liking the way Phaedra was handling certain things, like not taking her kids to go see Apollo and such like that. So that kind of pulled her back on her friendship with Phaedra. So we get a little what Kim Fields got going on. She lets us know that she ain't never thought of herself as a celebrity. She kind of laid back person. She wasn't always jumping from red carpet to red carpet like some folks like to do. If she wasn't in the movie, it wasn't no need for her to be at the red carpet. Right now, she's all about her kids, her man, and her career. Right now, she got like a little online maternity going on. She's seeing how her and her husband, after they had their first child, they struggled, had 2 miscarriages, and like they wanted to have another baby, but after a while things prevailed and they was able to have another little one. So she's all about getting her business together. But she's like, her and her husband, they work hard. They ain't for about getting in. He's like, no, it's me and you. We gonna raise these babies together. We still gonna have our careers, and we just gonna get this together. So Kandi telling her staff how the doctor done told her to slow down, and they looking like they don't see that happening. And Kandi like, her slowing down is different from other folks slowing down. And even though she's supposed to be slowing down at work, her and Todd are trying to open up a little soul food style southern restaurant. I was like, but she's like, Ty gonna have to take, the majority of the load on this because I'm pregnant. I'm supposed to be sitting my tail down somewhere. I ain't got time to be opening up another business venture. But, this is Kandi. She all about trying to make that money and get things together. So we got Porsha over here throwing her man Duke a going away party, and she invites all the ladies. And I thought it was odd that she inviting these women to a party for somebody who they've never met. She invited all the ladies. She invited her mama and her sisters, some other folks, for this going away party for him. Sports thing, he a football player. He comes in. I guess he thought it was just gonna be them, them two going out. And he get there like, okay, what in the heck is this going on here? So he done got him a drink. She over there talking to the ladies, talking about some cheap. Her and him gonna be looking for houses pretty soon. And Ken's like, yeah, Porsha, she need to pump the brakes right about now because, they too soon in their relationship to be talking about, buying houses. And while she over there trying to get their, next 30 and 40 years of life together, he over there talking to his friend, talking about some, man, I didn't know she was finna do all this. He's trying to, strategize of how am I going to exit stage left out of this party without anybody knowing. Like, he feels all the way uncomfortable about this. And then at one point, it's somebody that worked for Porsha and got to talking about some man. He was caught with somebody, a transsexual, transgender. I don't know the correct term. Sorry, not trying to be shady, not trying to be rude, not trying to be insensitive, not trying to be inappropriate. I don't know the terms. And they was like, what he got going on there? I don't know why that person had to say that, but I guess it's like, man, this person ain't really into Porsha right now, so I don't know why she trying to, set life goals with them too, and, get their next 40 and 50 years planned out for them too, but he don't see it working. And I'm like, yeah, I don't, like, y'all fresh in y'all relationship, and y'all talking about buying houses together. Now, you don't know this man well enough to be buying houses together. So finally, Phaedra and Kandi, they finally sit down to discuss, the strain on their relationship. And Phaedra goes on how hurt she was when some random stranger came up to her at the grocery store talking about he wanted to buy one of Apollo's items that is in Kandi's garage. Now, how this person knew that this was in Kandi's garage is beyond me. She's saying how hurt that was, the government over here looking for stuff, assets of Apollo so they can pay them people back, and he got stuff stashed at your house. She going on talking about how I should be taking my kids to see Apollo. You know how expensive that is? I got 2 kids in private school. But Kandi's like, you always talking about how much money you got, this, that, and third. And speaking of money, you owe Todd some money. And Phaedra was like, girl, I paid Todd that $30,000 that I owe him for that donkey booty video he helped me with. But she was like, you owe him some more money. She's like, you owe him $8,000. And Phaedra like, child, I don't know that man no $8,000. I owe him $5,000. While you over here discussing money and me not taking my kids to see Apollo should have been worried about seeing his kids when he was at the strip club with Ty. How about that? I was like, oh my goodness, this is what we're doing. They're discussing this, money, this, that, and the third. They get mad. But at one point, she's like, I was hurt. I miss our friendship. But she's like, it's hard on me. I'm raising 2 kids. I'm working. I'm trying to take them to see their daddy. They both in private school. And I'm like, ain't the baby 3? I don't know what kind of private school, a 3-year-old needs to go to, but hey, there's some upscale, preschools and stuff like that. You gotta be on a waiting list for 5 years, so I guess that's, possible. But she's like, I'm stressed. I needed somebody there for me. You questioning how I'm raising my kids and whether I'm taking my kids to see their daddy. He wasn't that concerned about them when he was up at the strip club making it rain with your husband. Now, so after Phaedra and Kandi kind of sort of make up, I guess Don Juan feel, I'm not finna let this happen. That's too much right. He get to going on talking about some up there making up with Phaedra and all that stuff, and how she feeling about the way you been acting. She know what you been going through. How you got you supposed to be kicking it back with your pregnancy? Was she there for you when your mother-in-law passed away? Was she there for this, that, and the third? She wasn't there for you. I guess he trying to stir up some more drama, make them two back mad at each other. I'm like, if Kandi is needs to be, calm down and not stressed, you bringing up why she should be stressed is not a good idea. Am I the only one that felt like that? You should have just let well enough alone, just let it be. And been like, okay, just, look out if, take her Phaedra with a grain of salt, you don't feel like it, just don't go around her something. Not just be like, well, you should do this, she wasn't there for you for this, she wasn't there for you for that. She don't need that. She don't even need to raising up her pressure, her blood pressure, and making things worse while she's pregnant. So, I guess Don Juan's he don't want to see Kandi get hurt again and Phaedra playing her, but she needs to be calming down right now. She don't really need all that. So, that was the gist of my review. If I left anything out, by all means, a comment or video response. And like always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.